Guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning in. In today's video we are going to be carrying out a mini service on the A5. So what we are going to do is drain all the oil out, change the oil filter, we'll have a quick look at the coil packs, change them and the spark plugs. Anything else that needs doing, we're obviously just going to get it. In terms of parts that we're using today, we have the 5W40 oil. We've gone for a slightly thicker density on the oil just because that's what I prefer. We've got air filter, we're going to change that, which is obviously in the intake. We've got some spark plugs, Bosch. We've gone for Bosch coil packs. We've gone for a Bosch filter. Potentially we might need to change that over to a MAN, but let's see how that goes. And then we've got the MAN cabin filter. So that's everything we're going to be changing today, guys. Jack the car up, we're going to go underneath the car and find the oil sump plug. We're then going to drain the old oil out. What you must remember is you don't take the filter off first, you drain the oil out first. So here we have it. Here is the oil sump. We are going to be getting access to that plug just there. It's a little bit awkward because obviously we're underneath the car, but as soon as we disconnect that, that is then going to allow us to drain the oil out into our oil pan, which we have there. As you can see here, we've got the 4 coil packs, so you've got the 3 reds and the 1 black. We're going to take these out and obviously replace the coil packs and the spark plugs within here, so we're just going to show you how you do that. First things first, we've obviously got to pop this here, pushing against this plastic lever. That's obviously allowing us to pop up. I'll just show you this coil pack. Just comes straight up. That is the ignition coil out. That is what it looks like. We're obviously replacing that. Inside here you've got the spark plug, so you're going to have to get a socket in there, remove that, and then obviously pull the spark plug out. Like that. So this one here is obviously the old filter. Here we have the new one. We have gone for Bosch instead of MAN because we've decided to fit all Bosch parts to the car instead of doing a bit of a mix and match. So yeah, let's get this new filter lubed up. So we're going to pour some oil on the inside here and then obviously replace. Okay, that's the filter oiled up. We're now going to fit that filter. We don't want to put too much oil on, we just want to give it enough so we can lube the area up. So we're just fitting the new filter. We've actually lubed the filter up. So what I like to do is just tighten by hand first, and then obviously get the tool on, tighten it. To be honest with you, you don't want to over tighten this because the thing is you're going to obviously want to replace the part every 10,000 miles. So I think, in my opinion, over tightening is not what you want to do. I had to go off in it, that alarm had to go. Band tool, and we're just literally tightening this up. That's it. We don't want to over tighten, so we're basically good to go. Pop that off. So what we're going to do now is just replace the oil that we've drained out, the triple QX 5W40, fully synthetic. We've gone for slightly, normally you'd go for the 5W30, but obviously there's quite a big debate on that, but we won't go into too much detail now. So before we do that, we need to put the oil sump plug back on because all the oil we put in here is going to come out the bottom, so let's do that first. So we're just tightening up the sump plug. That's all done. Now we can go up there and replace the oil. Perfect. So as you can see here, I don't know if you can see on the back of the bottle, we've used that as a guide for how much oil we've put in the vehicle. We're basically good to go. But what you can do is take the car for a drive, and then when you return you can check the dipstick just to make sure that the oil is at the right level. If it isn't, then feel free to top up, but what you don't want to do is overload the oil on the get-go. So this is the old spark plug. we're thinking this is probably done about 40,000 miles before it's been changed. That is the new spark plug, so you can see how fresh that looks. This is what it shouldn't look like. It's very similar to a light bulb. The center section shouldn't be black. It should look nice and shiny and silver. So that's why if you do this, if you change these probably every 10,000, they're going to be nice and fresh, and it's going to help with obviously just the car running and the smoothness of the car overall. So yeah, let's put the new spark plug in. Okay, so we're just now getting the coil packs in. All we're doing is hooking it up to the connector. And just push that straight down, that's it, straight in. There we go. That's the 2 coil packs fitted so far. I'm gonna get this one in here, and this one in here. As you can see on this coil pack connector, we've got a slight clip broken, but oh well, is what it is. We'll probably replace that in the future, and we'll get the trunking just for this section here. I did have a red trunk, but obviously it's a bit too late, so we'll get a new one, and yeah, let's just whack the rest of the coil packs in. Now we're going to change the air filter. We're just spraying the bolts with some WD-40 because that's the best thing to do, just because we've obviously got a little bit of rust coming on these, because obviously you can understand the car's relatively old. Okay, so guys, we're just in the process of replacing the air filter. It's been a bit of a longer job than we thought, so we've taken the 2 front plastic mounts out. We've obviously loosened this rubber section here, the seal for the intake, and now we're just literally removing this box. As soon as this box is out, the filter's going to be inside there. We're having to use this makeshift Allen key with a Torx T25 on it, purely because we can't find our standard ratchet that fits this. Anyway, sometimes you gotta improvise. Sometimes you gotta improvise, man. And the worst thing is I think I'm tightening it.
Remember, left to loose.
I'm losing the stop, bro. I'm starting to get pissed off a little bit. I'm just about to take this off. There we go. Put it there. We can now get this old air filter out. As you can see, there's the blackness back of the filter. Because you're not going to see much on the front end, it's always on the back of the pad. Let's compare that with the new one, which we have here. So there's new, there's old, new, there's old. So we're just going to replace this one with the new one.
Is that just one big rubber bit?
Yeah, basically. now that we've changed everything we need to, it's the moment of truth. We're going to start the car and hopefully it should run nice and clean. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful. So guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. Obviously we've done all the changes to the car and it's running quite nice and smooth. We're obviously going to go out for a quick drive. Now make sure you hit that subscribe button because obviously we've got plenty more videos coming on the A5. Next we're going to be tinting the windows, so you don't want to miss out on that because obviously that's going to be a nice little challenge. So yeah, peace out guys.